So.
Sorry, that was me.
You know, I just want, we still got to finalize it, but I would like to have sort of a set process where, you know, a committee, or in this case, you know, two committees who are appointing one rep do a vote, you know, to formalize it, just so that there's some process out there. I defer to whatever the committees choose as their representative, but I would like there to be some process with the boards and committees, so that it's not just one person sort of selecting themselves.
Gotcha. Let me think for a second. So I'll make a motion that the Agricultural Commission recommend Marissa Kahn as our representative to the Master Plan Committee. Brett seconds. This is Bert. I'll say yes. Tammy?
Yes.
Yes. Ron? Yes. Zach?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brett? Yes. And Dan? Yes. Okay, so I'm using that word recommend intentionally because Marissa is not here. Right. So I'm sorry, Dennis, your vote.
Yes. Aye.
Sorry. So yeah, and I will get in touch with Marissa and say that we've taken this vote, and hopefully we'll be good to go.
And then Bert, why don't it may make sense for you to send an email or a note over to Chris Pratt and just tell him that that's been the recommendation, or voted recommendation of the Agricultural Commission, and do they agree, and will they vote to sort of accept that recommendation, so that they can agree on it as well, and hopefully there will be agreement, and then we can kind of go forward from there.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, I will do that.
Okay, I appreciate all the assistance with that.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see. The stuff we have underway, right to farm disclosures, that's on me. I haven't really, haven't really communicated with the realtors yet on that, but we'll do so. The community garden, boy, it's kind of sad. Most people are, it's like abandoned. They're, and some of our most committed gardeners are fully overgrown with weeds, and
so are the farms.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great year for weeds, everybody says. But that kind of is what it is, and I think we normally go till around early November with that. So Ron, that weekend of November is November 6th, 7th. Okay. You could think about doing the tilling. Sure. At that time. We do have, oh, Gene, I wanted to ask, we do have somebody mowing, which is nice. Looks a lot better than it did several weeks ago. Do I need to do anything to get that vendor, that contractor paid, or is that okay, all set?
You can bribe me.
Okay. What kind of chocolate do you like?
I submit a purchase order. That gets paid through the Conservation Commission, not the Agricultural.
Okay.
So Chris Pratt had to sign that purchase order.
Okay. Okay, and so that's all set though?
I'm just waiting for the purchase order, yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's good. The farm brochure, again, Marissa's not here, so I know she's working on that, but don't know exactly.
Right, the farm signs are out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started noticing big time. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Thank you. I meant to actually take.
I remember when I saw them today, I was like, a lot bigger, but still nice. I like them.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very good. See, the Winding River Franklin Land Trust, no real update there. And then the Suffolk Library Climate Awareness Workshop. They have a climate week or something next week, right?
But that's in conjunction with all the other local libraries. So some events are Westfield, some are on Zoom. The one
Okay.
in Southwick is an in-person, but it's about hawks.
Have somebody.
No, it's not.
Oh.
I still want to find something that we can put together that we can kind of co-host or host and use
Okay.
the library room, particular to agriculture and how
Okay.
everything, you know, it's going to affect, even if you're not, and even if you just grow flowers, and look how many trees have fallen this year. And
I know.
there's
so many dead trees.
yeah.
Too much rain.
Yeah. We were stressed last year by the drought, and now they're drowned this year. Okay, well, we can continue looking on that.
I don't know if anybody has any ideas of where to look for someone to.
I have a couple of ideas. But I'll let you know. Yeah. So conservation and farm properties, and it dawns on me, I was on Tannery Road a week ago or so, and I see there's a for sale sign at the Lumbella properties, is 80 acres.
Yeah.
And I think, and Dennis, if you're still on, you can correct me. I think once the for sale sign goes up, it's an uphill battle.
Well, that's what I didn't want nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah,
next
no.
to you.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying we should, we've been talking about the master plan. We should have our own master plan of properties in town so that we don't get surprised by for sale signs, and that's big. We've been talking about this farm census for a while, but that just kind of hit me when I saw that for sale sign on those 80 acres. I'm thinking, oh man.
You don't really see it's behind everybody's property there.
Yeah.
Bunch of it's hay fields right now. They hay it.
Yeah. But it's 80 acres, and according to a draft plan on Zillow, it's like 25 houses.
Oh yeah, and it
lot of
borders the rail trail. It'd be a great place to live. The rail trail's right behind your house.
Mm-hmm.
Golf course is on the other side.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, good if you buy one of those properties. So just made me think we got to be a little more proactive in terms of these properties. I mean, they kind of come up and we try to respond.
Yeah, it's tough. And what about that? The infrastructure.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Gail, 5 Point Hill Road. If you knew about it ahead of time, what would you do? What would you want to do?
Get in touch with the owner and say, you don't have to sell it. There's APRs, there's other preservation avenues, and you can still, kind of reap the benefit,
Sell the building property of the land.
If we
That's what you do. So they can't build on it ever again.
Yeah, we and or our land trust, the town doesn't have much money for this, but a land trust could buy the development rights. So the owner still gets their money, and it gets preserved. Yeah. It's it's a long process, something like 2 years to get an agricultural preservation restriction. So that's what
Are you going to go ahead and reach out to them?
We have kind of already.
we have kind of informally, I don't know. I'm tempted to say, yeah, I'll drive over there.
Like a certified letter or something so that they know that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, probably a good idea.
that's not a bad idea. Okay.
Who's going to pay for it?
I'm sorry, what?
Who would pay for it? You guys are going to buy it.
Oh, well, that's the 60, that's the $1 million question. The town doesn't have that money. Can we get it through the state or a land trust? That's a big question mark. Yeah. But a letter is not a bad idea. Start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. I was trying to get Dan to go over there with a plate of cookies, but so far he hasn't done that. I'm just busting it. I'm just busting it.
They wouldn't make it.
Let's see. We talked about Hillside, the Coward properties, further information. Bella talked about Davis, they've applied for APR status. I'm not sure where that stands.
Yeah, where is that? Oh, I'm sorry, Beth Valley, 62 Davis Road. Where on Davis Road is that? Is that
Oh, it's
down?
not on, it's on
Well, it's not in
Chester
Pasco.
Road.
Yeah, it's the Davis is the
The
family.
last
but it's
name
not
is
Sheep
Wasn't
Pasture.
that the Arnolds? That Davis, yeah, Davis and Sheep Pasture Road. I think they sold that. It sounded like some kind of like inside gig because it was.
Oh,
I think it was in the paper. It sold for only like 400 grand, and that land is worth like
yeah,
million, yeah, like $1.5 million.
That's what I was
I'd say.
questioning.
yeah.
How
It's
many
more or
acres?
less across the street
How
from
many
Our
acres
Lady
is
of
it?
the Wraith Church. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I thought that was also sold.
Yeah, it sold.
Yeah.
Land
Yeah.
transactions, and it went way
Cheap,
low.
like way below.
Got it.
Yeah. It was an inside.
Yeah.
It's reeked of.
It was an inside
deal.
hit.
job.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was like 400 grand, I think, for like $1.5 million worth of property.
Yeah, yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
No, it was
Now, I don't know what happened there, but that makes me make the point that
They probably rented
Yeah,
it
that
to
might
the
be a
Arnolds.
that might be a totally different one, actually.
Brett, they might have
Yeah,
rented it to the Arnolds or whatever, you know?
maybe.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, because the estate of Tom Arnold's is all settled now.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like went way cheap.
Yeah, but that's a, I don't know if there was something sort of nod, wink, wink with this, but
Just
that's a good
reality,
point
it just
about
happens all the time.
about preservation. Like I live on Moore Bunning Road, right next to the Sofanowski property, 125 acres. They sold it to the town for $400,000, and then through the estate programs, I think got additional money. 125 acres. I mean, it'd be $2 billion. So that's kind of a oversimplified statement, but that's how things can work. And again, Marissa's on the potential 61A for 2 acres on Nicholson Hill. That's only
That had to be at 5.
it's supposed to be 5, but she was going to look into if there's other programs or any sort of variances.
I only asked
so to speak.
because Lanita was looking at my property for that, and we don't have enough, and we have more than 2.
Okay, yeah.
So it'll probably get shot down for 2.
Probably, unless there's some other program or some other way to do it. Yeah. No, the rule is 5. There's also, speaking of Nicholson Hill, also I believe it's the former Waterman Farm. There's a barn on kind of falling down barn. You've probably seen it across from the Moore House. That barn, 2 acres, $140,000. It's a beautiful barn. And then there's open land. That's Hillside.
So it's 2, it's 2 acres of just open land for $245,000.
Yeah, there's 2 acres with where the barn is for 140, and then there's 19 acres land adjacent to the barn for 180. So
Where's that located?
that's right next to it, right next to that where that barn is.
No, what street is that?
Oh, it's right on College Highway.
Oh, that big
Nicholson Hill.
like it's leaning.
Yeah,
That barn, but it's like
The one you wanted to buy, Dan. That's you wanted that.
that before I bought my property.
yeah.
I'm wondering where the wolf is.
It's get,
Blow it down.
140, 180. You get them both for 320. Which is actually a kind of a nice chunk of property for that amount of money. I don't know. That's
Then you'd have to buy. Now you got to build a house.
right.
Save the barn.
Is that historical? That barn is something.
historic.
Historic
It's
disaster.
been there a long time.
Could be, it's an old dairy barn.
Yeah.
Full of rotting hay. The guy never took the hay out of it. It's just.
Oh, really?
That's
Wonder
bad.
they left it
So
up.
much mold. And it keeps getting wet and
then just
Could it be mulch?
years and years.
gotta get it all out of there. Oh,
Compost? I don't know.
no wonder it's lean.
And that's why, I mean, we're kind of through the agenda. Just want to make a note of the Granby, Connecticut Open Farm Day is the 18th, a week from Saturday. I can't go, but hopefully a couple of you folks could go and kind of see how they.
The way that they do it is each farm has their own who's interested in it. Okay, so if you check out the website.
Yeah.
Each farm has their own little special event or products. They're all a bit different. So there's the there's a winery in Granby, Lost Hill, I think it is. And there's it's the Hayes is their family, but the goat farm. So they're not doing their corn maze this year. I'm guessing because of rains, but they show how.
I could actually do a quick screenshot out to everyone's on there if they want to see it.
Okay, sure.
As long as
Yeah, sure.
just
And
got
they
pushed it
have
through.
like pick your own water. They're involved with this year.
Yeah.
The hemp farm. This is their first year, so it's kind of like each farm has their own unique. So they're not all
Like
the
a
same.
little draw.
Yeah, and they're all they're different with what they focus. Not too far from each other.
Right.
Some.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Excuse me 1 second. I just got to do a quick bathroom.
Just so you guys also know what it looks like. Yeah, just the map. Location of my truck. I breaks down.
For families and kids.
Oh yeah, and also a business supporter.
Yeah, and since they weren't able to do it last year, so this year's going to be as long as the weather holds out.
I definitely learned how to step on this.
Just pretty close to my house.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption. So Tammy, are you going to go to the Granby?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I communicate with them.
Yeah. Let's see. This is like the old days here. 7:30. Pretty good. The old pre-Carvana days. Oh, I don't know if you saw my email this afternoon. I got an email from Carvana. Hey, a new way to buy cars. I'd like to know who sold them my address. Because I did not.
We have everyone's after all those. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Do we need public comments or anything?
Yeah, they've been kind of chiming in. Any public comment here in the room? Questions, comments?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're almost done.
And then how about on Zoom? Anybody have a question, comment, information? Okay.
No hindrance. Don't have many.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, Cynthia Marshall, 45 Coes Hill Road. I was wondering, I didn't catch the first couple of minutes of the meeting here, but how your budget that has been allowed from the town. Has that been cut down in the last year or so? Or a couple of years?
Well, no, actually, it's gotten a little bit bigger, even though it's extremely small. So we have, you know, the town gave us $950. We have about the same amount in what's called the gift account, which is money that we've made from the tractor rallies and some other things, but that's really it.
Balling.
So you're working on basically a bare bones budget?
Sure.
Pardon me?
That's for sure.
Okay. Is there any way that you can approach the either finance committee, select board, and, you know, try to increase your budget? Because I believe this committee is very, very important to the town of Southwick.
Yeah.
Extremely important.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Cynthia. We're, and I agree, we're in the position that several town boards and committees are, where we rely on volunteers and donations and in-kind, you know, donations. So they say, well, what do you need a budget for? So I do want to work on that. We can't really do anything about it right now. We've got to wait till the next budget cycle, which will be next spring. But yeah, good. Thank you for that.
Okay, and one other thing, on last night on the planning board, at the planning board meeting, the gentleman who owns Tannery Road, the old tennis courts, he made an inquiry about his property, and you know, he was looking for, he was just making an inquiry about his property, that the backside is industrial restricted, and you know, he's looking for some like commercial home occupation. You know, so I just thought you might want to be aware of that. I don't know, you know, how many acres his property is, but it is on the in the audio minutes of the planning board. I didn't quite write down his name of who this person was. And as the Lambello property, you know, the owners, you know, it's two people, you know, one is inclined to sell it, the other one is not. So that's, that's, what you're looking at on that property. So, okay, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. The Albano property on Tannery, the tennis course is 37 acres.
Where's
Okay.
It's right on the hill going down towards Revere or Concord.
Okay. Concord would be on your left.
It used to be called Westwick Racket Club.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Are they still standing?
It's across from like the Fates' house, if you know them. Yeah, I don't know what's back there. But they own that, it comes back, you can see it on this property.
Is their tennis court still standing? You can see them?
I don't know. This was back in like the 80s when it was actually a club.
Yeah, I don't remember
that big property right
I
there.
had friends that used to be members.
Junkyard in the back.
Right by the golf course?
No. So it's closer to you, to your house.
Okay.
Before you go down the hill towards Concord. Who's all that?
So you're heading downhill towards my place and it's on the left?
So if you're at the very top, you come up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the right. Like right.
Oh, it's on the right.
Yeah.
So it touches the Umbella property, probably.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
So just think of that. That's a big chunk of property that we could.
It does touch
80 and 30 to over 100. Yeah.
Really far on your stone.
Man,
Alfonso Albano now.
that's making my.
There is a lot of land because it touches our land.
Yep.
And me and my wife have taken walks with the dogs back there through the wood trails. It's amazing.
I grew up on Falmouth, so we were always back there.
Yeah. Oh, so many. I couldn't believe the trails.
A well, forgive my Pollyanna side, but wouldn't that be so great to preserve all that?
No, it'd be a great park to walk through if we made it there.
Yeah, 100 acres. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're going to start with our letter.
There you go.
Let's see.
Yes, to both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cynthia, if you're still there, was it your idea that the person at the planning board, it seemed like a kind of a home business, or were they thinking of a business?
It was an inquiry that had been made to Mr. Goddard, you know, on his business for the last couple of weeks, that they had approached him with, you know, this, I don't know, idea or, you know, a question that they had to him that he presents to the planning board at their regular meetings of any contact that he has had with any inquiries for, you know, different people, you know, landowners in town. But, you know, it wasn't anything formal, you know, but, you know, it was mentioned, you know, at the meeting last night.
Well, thanks for that. I can get in touch with John Goddard and send out these letters we're talking about, and who knows what may happen. So, as I mentioned earlier, I live right next door to the Sofanowski property, and that is like a wonderful thing. It was 125 acres. We go out, don't have to drive anywhere. just walk out there, as a lot of people do. Their dogs. There's a few people who ride their horses in there.
You know, nobody's ever going to build back there behind you. It's
right.
Nice.
It's awesome. Okay, good. Any other public comment on the online people, the Zoom people? Okay. Our next regular meeting is Wednesday, October 13th. So we will be back in action at that time. Our December meeting, and we can think about this later or whatever. Our December meeting would be Wednesday, December 8th. I'm going to suggest that we maybe, skip that meeting. If there's something going on in December, we can address it. But just putting that out there, and we don't need to decide right now.
What, thinking of the holidays and stuff?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Not a lot of farming going on in the winter.
Well, that's true.
Christmas trees. You're
Sure.
digging into my shopping days left of Christmas.
Yeah.
Getting close there.
Yeah. They say, you probably heard this, they say we should start our Christmas shopping now.
My wife started last year.
Yeah. All right. She's way ahead.
Prime time spring.
Because of the pandemic and the supply chains and all that,
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Second, Brett.
Yeah.
Do our roll call. Bert says aye. Tammy?
Yes.
Aye. Ron? Aye.
Aye.
Zach?
Aye.
Brett?
Aye.
Dan? And Dennis? Still
Dennis?
there?
No, Dennis is gone.
Aye, Dennis.
He was aye.
Hey, guys, I want you to sign this. I want all the commissioners, but stay in the white so I can, you can see it.
Okay.
We all voted nay on it, and I want to have. I want to
Okay.
frame that.
Okay. That's
Okay, I'm going to close this meeting.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Jean.
everybody have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Gene.
You're welcome.
Better.